Hi everyone, my name is Nicola. I am simply a stitcher. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, it's great to have you, and if you're returning, thank you for coming and spending some time with me today. So I'm going to do a stitch with me today, and as you can see, I have the Realm of Middle-earth map out. We are over 250,000 stitches in, and currently I am 100 stitches in on today's stitching session. So just before we start, hovering over the top right hand corner, there's an I button which will take you to the videos of how I start and end my threads, how I work on even weave, and also my parking method, taking the mystery out of parking. So yeah, if you do get a chance after this stitch with me, do go and take a look at those. So yeah, we're going to have about an hour and a half. It may be paused during the time of the video. I'm a bit of an awkward time filming this. But yeah, let's have a look, get cracking with some stitching. We'll see what we've got in the comments bag as well. Let's just get the camera in and focused. My stomach's growling already. That's a good start, isn't it? But yeah, I've got quite a few comments to go through today. So we'll see what you lovely people have been saying. It's Monday morning. I am not alone in the house. I have a house full today. I am halfway through my kitchen renovation. So it's been a fairly busy weekend. I'm expecting a tiler today, the kitchen fitters to come back, replacement doors to be delivered, as the ones that were delivered were not up to spec, and a few other odds and ends to be done. But hopefully by the end of today we should be at a cosmetic work only to be done, and I see a weekend of painting in my future. So yeah, it's getting there slowly but surely, and it's looking rather nice. If you joined me on my live last night, on Sunday night should I say, because this is going out on the Wednesday, you'll have seen some photos. I'm also going to, if I can, put some in my floss tube. So there we go. So yeah, it's been a busy weekend. Been and done a bit of shopping, got a few bits and bats from IKEA. So yeah, just keep busy, keep on plugging away at it. It's nearly done. Anyway, I hope everybody here watching is well. We had another lovely live on Sunday night. I got 400 stitches done. I was working on Maui Princess. 400 stitches done during the live, which is a good chunk of change, because Maui Princess is going to be a primary piece through May. It can't be a focus because I've had some more model stitching work come in, so I can't be focused on it. But I plan on getting in May, if it's not in rotation, at a minimum I'd like to do an extra 200 stitches a day on Maui Princess to try and move her closer to that finish line. Excuse me. But of course, you know, I've got other things going on as well. I've got overtime at work. I don't want to put too much on myself because I'll just burn out. But, you know, whatever I can do, I will be doing. There are things that take priority. Overtime is one of them, because it's paying for nice things like my kitchen. So there we go. So what else have I been up to? Went and got weighed on Thursday. another £1 off. I'm good with that. £1 is £1, and I expect that at this stage things are going to slow down, so I'm good with that. I'm at ease with that, so I'll just keep going. I found it difficult this weekend with having no kitchen. I didn't have a sink for 36 hours, so you know, all the dishes had to be taken upstairs, and of course cooking's been very limited to sort of, you know, limited to the microwave really, more than anything. But you know, I'm okay. If I have a maintain this week, I have a blooming good excuse for having a maintain, not being able to cook. And it's been rather cold this week, so I mean, I would have just sort of said, well, I'll just eat cold food, but we've been in seemingly something of a cold snap again, and it's been wet as well. I mean, I know April showers and all that, but still. You might hear Andy's keys clacking because he's up and with me.
He's up, he's not awake.
That's why I said didn't say awake, dear. Because Andy's having time off as well, because I can work, but I have to be upstairs. So, you know, I don't like the downstairs being unoccupied or just having the kitchen guys here and nobody else here, because if they need anything, you know, isn't that good? But anyway, we are getting there, slowly. I'll stop bashing on about it at some point. It's quite exciting though. It's the first time I've ever done anything like this for myself, you know. So for me to be able to say, you know what, I have a new kitchen, which I organised, I picked, I arranged for it to be fitted, I've finished and refurnished and paid for it all by myself. It's quite something. It's the heart of every home, isn't it? And it's certainly the heart of mine. So what else has been happening? I don't think much else really. We're still sorting things out with the ex-husband. Oh damn it, I've meant to go on to the bank this weekend. Must do that today. I'm expecting some statements from them. It's been a fortnight now. They said 5 days. So I'll be getting on to them. Trying to get a pack together to send to the solicitor. Can't do it without the statements, can I? What else? Oh, nothing much. Just plod on as usual, don't we? Anyway, like I said, I've got some lovely comments and I'm going to go through some of those and chat about them as we go along. I put out the most recent comment I have, the later comment, no, let me start that again. The first comment that I'm picking up is from when I put out Stitches Me with Envy on it. and 721 Irish, Peggy, I want to say, I think it's Peggy. It's early, so if I've got it wrong, do forgive me. Says, beautiful Nicola, the skin tones are lovely. Yeah, Envy, the skin does look beautiful. I'm quite pleased with how it's coming out. It looks a little dark on the stitching, but when it's all done and you move back from it into light, it won't look dark at all. It's kind of a trick of the charting, because Avarice was the same. Avarice had dark skin tones and even had some burgundies in the skin, but then when I'd done it and moved back, it just looked beautiful. Round a bit. There we go. Linda Fabrizio comes in as well on the same video, and she says, I love Envy, she has some rich colours, beautiful stitching. Yeah, the palette on Envy's interesting, greys, greens, and obviously skin tones as well, yellows. It always amazes me, you know, when I do a stitch piece, that the colours don't look like they should be together, but then it all just works. It's funny, isn't it? But yeah, I enjoy working on Envy. She'll be out again this week. I'm working from home all week, so, you know, with the kitchen being as it is, I'm working from home. And it will make a bit of a difference, because, you know, with not having to travel sort of Tuesday and Wednesday or Tuesday and Thursday, whenever, I can, you know, put in that extra time into stitches. And Hannah will be happy on Tuesday when she comes home from the kennels and I'm here, rather than having to wait for me. So in a floss tube number 10 in early March, Saskia was catching up on some of my videos. So some of the videos, comments are from earlier videos. Saskia's been catching up, and on number 10 I asked about sealing diamond painting. This information is going to become even more crucial now, thanks to Patricia's very generous gift to Hannah, who is now the proud owner of a large number of diamond paintings, and absolutely thrilled to bits with them. I was asking about how to seal a diamond painting, and Saskia comments, I use Craft Buddy Sealer, and it works wonderful, not only for keeping the diamonds on, but also covers the sticky so it won't attract dust and fluff and such. When you store it or put it on display, if she wants to see how things are done, to go watch 4Kids at 147, my favourite YouTube channel for diamond painting. And then she also leaves a comment for Andy, because this was around about the time of his birthday. And she says, Andy mustn't worry, really. Men age like fine wine, they say, right? As always, take good care and bye. Andy has a smile on his face now. I don't think being 40 has affected him quite so much as he thought. It's me with the next big birthday next year. So Linda Love to Stitch also comments on Envy, saying, love this piece. Did you say you stitched another one before? Yep, I've stitched Avarice. I can't put my hands on her at the moment, but I will. It's beginning to be a bit of a running joke now that I can't seem to find Avarice. I had her and now I've lost her. She's somewhere. She's not left this house, I know that for a cert. So, yeah, Avarice I have. And then the next one will be, I think, Gluttony. Because I'm going to do them in alphabetical. So, yeah. They're absolutely beautiful pieces and I love them. Okay. So Peggy, 721 Irish, comes in on my last chatty stitch with me, which was with Stitching Shelf, I think there. And she says, breathe, Nicola, everything will work out. I really do hope so. Says, your stitching as ever is beautiful. Greetings, Peggy. MRI turned out well. Possible for my liver lesion, but not probable. Usually I look at words the same. Not anymore. I'm a fighter. Last time they said probable. I need to lose 28 pounds. The hardest 28 ever. Yeah. I'm finding that as I get closer to my goal, it's getting harder. But I will persevere. Can you give Lauren a nudge again, sweetheart, please? It's nearly 7:10. Patricia Parish says, I'm a stitching dreamer also. She's from Taiwan, so I hope that she was not impacted badly by the earthquake. Yeah, me too. Of course, it's very difficult when you're in a different part of the world. We don't necessarily get news of things like earthquakes and so on in places such as Taiwan. But obviously they do happen. The trouble is there's so much going off in UK news at the moment. I don't get a chance to watch the overseas. So again, Saskia playing catch up. Comments on my, let's have a look at my master set floss tube extra video that I made, where I show you how my master set is on floss cards as opposed to on bobbins or floss away bags or floss drops or whatever. Because I'm a bit of a stickler for having these floss cards. I love them. Michelle. Cool. Don't want her to miss a bus. And then again, commenting on my how I work on even weaving gridding video, which you will find linked in the I button at the top. To be honest, I never really thought about slipping thread because I work on a low account Ada most of the time. But I do have a few high account projects and your explanation was very helpful. Thank you for taking your time out for this, and as always, take good care. It's my pleasure. If doing a 10-minute video will help somebody, you know, sometimes slippage and slipping threads can be a massive frustration. I've worked on a few linen pieces where slippage has been awful. And if me spending 10 minutes is going to help to stop that frustration, I think it's very worthwhile to do. And I'm glad that you found those videos helpful. Okay, Sue asks on stitching shelf, hi Nicola, with all the confetti stitches, how do you choose what colour to do next? So I work even doing my parking like this, I work on essentially the typewriter method. If you've not seen the typewriter method, I think it's Stitching Mummy that did the typewriter method video. I could be wrong. I think it might have been Stitching Mummy. So the premise is that she starts on the top left stitch, and the top left, so imagine this is the top left of my fabric. So she's starting stitch number 1 and carry the thread across. Then the next one is that she's starting stitch number 2 and carry the thread across. Now I do my version of that, but actually using the 10 by 10 block. So whichever the leftmost stitch is, so left to right, top to bottom. So say for example, I do stitch 1 and then work that in, stitch 2, work that in. But my stitch 2, instead of being at the side, would be underneath. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across the top, I do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. So I'm working in the 10 stitch deep section and do it like that. And it means that I'm not missing stitches, but Pattern Keeper helps enormously with that anyway. And I don't get, you know, grid lines or anything like that. I work Mary Princess like that. I work stitching shelf like that. Sometimes the first stitch may not be in the leftmost stitch, because for thread usage it might be better to say start, instead of say if it was the top left stitch that was empty, I might be better off to start it in a thread, say on line 8 stitch 3, and then go up to the top left and then carry on, so that I'm not wasting thread. So when I'm highlighting my stitches in Pattern Keep, I also have a look how is best to make sure of the more economical use of thread, because I am quite a wasteful stitcher where thread goes. I try not to be, but it just happens. So yeah, it's my variation of the typewriter method. Might have to do a video on it actually next year when I get a new start, because I work that method on Stitching Shelf, on Sailing Fairy, and to a degree on Daughter of the Deep as well. But with Sailing Fairy, I'm working left to right and then the next row down, right to left, so like a big snake method. Instead of it being row by row, it's 10 by 10 by 10 by 10 row. I hope that makes sense. So there we go. So that's how I work it. I just have to be mindful of making sure that the leftmost stitch in the 10 deep row, because I work my rows in 10 deep, is been filled in, or is the next stitch that's filled in. It makes sense to me anyway. But yeah, I think a video on it when I do have a new start next year might be just a ticket, eh? Because no new starts this year. Let's get some stuff finished. So Missa comments on my stitching shelf and says, thanks for a lovely morning cozy with my coffee. And yes, the morning coffee is the best. Absolutely it is. Don't speak to me before I've had my coffee. Is she on her way, Andy? It's 1:15.
Yeah.
Okay. Ending a few threads in this block. 945. Okay, so I asked a question on my community channel, or community portion, and I put, I'm thinking about monogamous May. How do we feel about getting my princess to a finish? And I put in a vote, should we stick to rotation or should we go for it with the finish? And overwhelmingly people said go for it with the finish. So to all of you who voted, thank you very much. But since me putting that in, unfortunately, well, I say unfortunately, plans have had to be slightly adjusted due to a new model coming in. So, but still, I'm gonna do extra work on my princess. Now, I did get some comments on that post. Hey, chicken.
Yeah.
I did get some comments on the post. The first one was from Official Mermaids Cove. Lauren's just about to go to school. Have you got a kiss to me, baby? Okay. And she says, I always double down on my projects when they get close to a finish. I can't help it. Yeah, it's always good to double down. I get excited when I get close to a finish. It's really nice to get to that point. Just bear with me 2 ticks. Have a good day at school. I've sent you your weekly money. Did I get it right?
Yeah.
Your top things unfastened on your trousers. The hook and eye. There you go. All right. Okay. Next comment is from MVC, who says, I voted for yes, but I have no problem with you taking breathers on something else if you feel like it. Well, that was always going to be the plan, because although my princess has got lots of different coloured sections, I think by it all being the same piece, there's always that chance that I would become bored with it. And I'd always got that in the back of my mind. Well, I have another 8 pieces that I can pick up and work on. So, that's not a problem. This time next year, it'll be double that. Not be long and I'll be picking another gecko kit because my voucher will have arrived. Okay. Pale Fire Inca now says finishing can be so energizing. If you find you really want to finish it, then why wouldn't you do just that? Yep. I think I'm getting to the point that obviously I get finishes when I'm doing these models, but I'm getting to the point that I need a finish. Not a want, it's now a need. I need to finish this piece. Oh, excuse me. Then Jodie says, I voted yes. But if you feel you're going to burn out, then move to something else. Yep. Exactly that, Jodie. Come on. Keeper doesn't seem to want to highlight stitches for me today. It's taking me a while to sort of jab at the thing and get the next colour highlighted. User letters and numbers says, hello, enjoy your videos. Thank you very much. It's my absolute pleasure to make them. Spending time making videos helps me as much as it helps you guys. And making these videos is now very much a part of my routine. So, yeah. And I hope it's in your routine to watch. So, back on a stitching shelf, Roxanne says, I love that you put out longer stitch with me's now. I always look forward to them. I'm late watching this one because I've been really sick and in bed. I hope you're better now, Roxanne. I was never so sick in my life. I didn't eat for 4 days. Thank God it's going day by day. Your videos are one of the best on here, and thanks for sharing all that you do. You really are an open book, and I love that about you. See you in the next one. Happy stitching. Thank you, Roxanne. It's a lovely thing to say. I always try my best with these, and I think I've got a large audience now that enjoy watching what I do and hearing me, you know, drone on. So I'm glad that you appreciate the videos, and I appreciate you. Okay. Yeah, perhaps if I zoom in a little bit on Pattern Keeper, it won't be so hard to highlight the threads, will it? Okay. Laurie comments on my community post that says, I find a finish releases stress, and then you don't feel guilty with a new start to replace it. Well, I won't be doing a new start, Laurie, but I like your thinking. When My Princess is finished, I should be looking over the next one that's closest to a finish, which I'm feeling it might be She Sleeps. It's next in line. It's either She Sleeps or Sailing Fairy, one or the other of those two. So we'll do the finish focus on that once Maui is done. But as it stands, it's going to be November when My Princess is done, which is far too long away for me. Hence me trying to get those extra stitches in. Saskia again comes in on Stitch With Me I did with Daughter of the Deeps, Stitch With Me Chatty 10. I am so close to being up to date. Thanks for clarifying on Sarah's channel. I found it. I think that was Stitching Jets. I have to admit that I do enjoy a good whip parade. But also these kit or chart parades. I love to see all the different designs. We all know your whips, so I'd request a video about your stash. I'm pretty sure that you are hiding a few hidden gems from us. I might be. Maybe, maybe not. I'll have to have a think about that one, Saskia, see what I can come up with. Is the bin down, sweetheart?
Yeah.
Okay. Just reminded me because I've just heard next door's garage door clunk. Okay. 420. Okay. And then she comments further on the same video and says, I feel for you, Nicola, suspecting a few years ago that I have ADHD. I seemed to manage just fine, and then came COVID. Thank God we have stitching, because as you say, it keeps us sane, and now we have us crazy bunch. Yeah. Stitching helped enormously. To be fair, with COVID, I started the job that I'm in, I started it in 2018. And I travelled to the next sort of city over to go into the office every day. And I'd take stitching with me, and I'd stitch on the bus, and I'd stitch on my dinner break, and, you know, like I do now. I used to go there by bus. And I would see my stitching time, be it on the bus or even in my lunch break, as some me time during the working day. So, you know, and especially as coming home, it was like a wind down. I could sit and put in a few stitches, and it'd help me wind down. And then I would obviously stitch, you know, get home, I'd have my tea and, you know, all that sort of stuff, have a bath, and then I'd stitch again. And it really did help, because the job I do, it's the kind of job where back then I didn't bring my work home with me. And then lockdown came, and I still carried on the same routine of getting up in the morning, you know, and then picking up my stitching, even though I wasn't on that bus. I'd pick up my stitching and get on. And yeah, I just then, since sort of working from home started in 2020. 2020?
Yeah.
4 years this year, blimey. It's like my stitching has ramped up a few notches, because I do a lot more now than what I did then. And of course, you know, I've got the floss tubes and things now, which I do. And now, because I stitch so much, you know, it's the biggest comment I get in this house is, you look weird without stitching in your hands. The most common comment, isn't it, dear?
Yes.
I'd stitch from dawn to dusk if I could, and I do on a weekend when I can. Although I won't be this coming weekend, because I should be wielding a paintbrush for some of it. Oh. But yeah, I like the early morning quiet stitch. I like the last thing at night stitch. Sometimes on my lunchtime I get a chance to stitch. Sometimes not. But yeah, stitchy time is me time. It's valuable. You know, sometimes I say, and I don't wish to, you know, want to wish my life away, but roll on retirement, because I'll be stitching all day, every day. As well as doing the other bits that retirees get up to. My stepdad would know all about that because he's never around. He's never in well, he's always busy, should I say. He doesn't know how we fit in work. Okay. Floss Tube 15. Saskia comments, amazing progress on your Lord of the Rings map. I admire you for your strength handling a difficult situation like that on top of work and all other sorts of rubbish, and you still managed to find peace in your stitching. Yep. That's the magic of crafting. Remember, we are all here rooting for you, and we're hoping that one day karma will strike and you will tell us about that with a big smirk on your face. Take care. I hope so, Saskia. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't know what's around the corner. And I don't want to hope for too much in case those hopes are dashed. But we'll see. I've got 6 stitches left in this square and they're all different colours. How annoying is that? 5 days ago, Sharon comments and says, I'm sorry I missed you live. I was chatting along as I was watching on replay. Great number of stitches. No worries at all, Sharon. No worries at all. And then on Stitches Me with Envy, Josie comments, beautiful. I wanted to buy this too, but I saw the snake and it sent me shivers. So I bought Wrath instead. I actually don't mind that snake in Envy. It almost reminds me of the friendly snake that, or I say friendly snake, the snake that Harry Potter rescued out of the zoo. The one that says thanks to him as he slithers off. Reminded me of that. And then Sharon says, your projects just get better as they grow. And good luck with the kitchen. Thank you, Sharon. Okay. And the lovely needlebug, our Karen, says, if my princess is calling to you that much, then you need to finish her. Even if it goes into June. Oh, it will go into June. Maybe July too. It's time to get her off your plate. You can do it. I know you can. Thank you, Karen. I will certainly be trying. That will be the aim. Get my princess off my plate. And then Linda Love to Stitch says, if you want to finish Princess in May, I would do it. I'm going to crunch some numbers about my princess. I will have done it already in my floss tube, so because I'll be talking about this in my floss tube. I think I've got something like 1,200 stitches a day to do on my princess in May to get her finished by the end of May, which even for me is a stretch. I don't think I'm going to complete it in May. I would imagine, I would anticipate it'd be June or July when I finish it, if I do whatever I can and I can go like the clappers where I can. I do think we're definitely looking at it's not going to be done in May. Unless all of a sudden, you know, May expands to, 44 days or something and I can get in extra time. It's not going to happen. Oh, no model stitching, no work, and I get paid for it. Okay. Katinka says, good luck with the kitchen reno. I also think you should try and finish My Princess, even though we will miss out on updates for a few weeks. Well, with the way that it's panning out now, Katinka, your updates are safe. So I will be doing a floss tube. Because the idea, was always, thinking about getting some progress on at least one or two of the others, as well as doing it, because I don't think I'd want to stitch on My Princess solid for 31 days. So yeah, there probably will be updates. There's always a live on Sundays to enjoy your progress on the projects. Yeah. And as I said, it's nice that the lives are becoming more popular. I think 45, I want to say 44 or 45 in the live this last Sunday at one point, which is tremendous. But I do know that, Karen had a Zoom going on as well. So, I honestly don't mind if you catch up on my lives later, or if you missed it or whatever. You should never ever feel beholden just to come onto my live if there's something else that you want to do. I've always said that, very optional. The company is always a pleasure, but not a requirement if you have something else that you want to do. So Laurie says, if you finish the Princess in May, it will be an exciting floss tube, seeing the excitement and joy in your finish. And good luck with the kitchen. Thank you, Laurie. Yeah. And then I'm not sure if this might be a most latest comment. I can't remember. But Saskia says, look who got caught up on your videos. Woohoo, well done, Saskia. You doubled down on watching them, didn't you? Do about 4 hours of content a week, probably more. No, probably 5 hours at least, if you count the live. Hello, Nicola. Thank you for sharing your progress with us. They all look stunning. Please remember that the projects are yours and yours alone. We appreciate your commitment to the channel. Wanting to put out content and all. Click on read more, it might help. But if you feel like going nuts on the Princess, please feel free to do so. We're all stitchers, so we understand perfectly. Have a good week and good luck with the kitchen reno. And see you Sunday, and as always, take care. Thank you, Saskia. Much appreciated. Always good. Okay. And Curly Crafter comments, you can do it. I can't wait to see you finish. Good luck with the kitchen. I feel like we are remodelling our kitchen also. Yeah, it's upheaval for the short term, but oh my, the benefits in the long. I have a feeling though that Andy is still yet to be convinced, because I know he's found it a little challenging these last few days, with things just being in upheaval. But it gets better. And then Patty comments again on Floss Tube 16, saying, hello Nicola, best of luck on your kitchen. I hope it goes well quickly and that you will love it when it's done. Oh, I'm loving every part of the process, Patty. I really am. Just seeing the difference already is exciting. It's so much lighter in there now, from the kitchen that it was to the kitchen that it's going to be. The difference is phenomenal already. Dawn Bucco, Comments, you're an amazing stitcher and I know you want to finish the princess, but I stole when you say no floss tubes for May. Would it not be possible for you to take that hour here and there and stitch on something else and giving yourself a break and giving us your great updates? My plan for you, so feel free to turn it down. I do enjoy your videos and I'm living vicariously through you on the stitching shelf until I can begin my own. You're looking fantastic. Thank you, Dawn. Don't worry, there'll still be content, I promise. It's just nice to sort of have that musing, can I do it? But looking at the figures, I don't think I can. You will still get some updates. You must let me know when you start your stitching shelf too. Because I tell you, if you enjoy yours half as much as I'm enjoying mine, you're in for a real good time with it. Maria Tempest then comments, hello Nicola from UK. Hi Maria. And then Esther on my last stitch with me, Sailing Fairy Stitch with me, says, hi Nicola, thank you for sharing and happy stitching. Thank you, Esther. Laurie Clark comments on the same video saying it's very colourful and nice progress. Yeah, I'm very happy with how Sailing Fairy's coming along. Stitching up really, really beautifully. I might be looking at taking her over to the Big Stitch in July and work on her at the Big Stitch. Okay. So Dawn comments on Stitch with me with stitching shelf. Dawn Bucco this is. As a long-suffering sinus infectee, I found some things out through the years. I can't be around anything with flowery smells and have been told to stay right away from diffusers in my house. I think I was probably talking about how I dislike the scents of some flowers on my video. I'm sitting in the Yukon almost a week after this came out, watching you stitch my dream piece as the sun goes down. I too like your talk along stitch times, especially before bed, as they push out all of the bad news going around. Thank you so much. I'm glad to hear that, Dawn. I've been told before that I have a soothing voice. I don't think it is, but you know, when you hear it inside your head, it sounds different to how others hear it, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm just me. But if it helps, it helps. The next crop of comments are on my last stitch with me with Night Cafe and my live stream, so I'm going to leave those comments as starters for the next video. So we're almost an hour in, and that means we get another half an hour of stitchy time. If I can think of anything to chat about, I will. If not, it'll just be a peaceful stitchy half an hour. until I'm ready to close this video. This piece has been confetti heavy today, so I'll get some stitching miles in. I'd like to try and get to the bottom of this column in the next half hour, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. But let's see. I don't know why I picked my scissors up there. I'm not cutting anything off. Silly Billy. Okay. Are you going to the supermarket early? Okay.
How come he gets to talk?
He doesn't, he gets to nod. I guess you know what we want then, yeah? Plenty of fruit.
I could do with a little list, I'll be honest.
Yeah. Fruit, yogurt.
Hang on, let me write this down.
I'm just going to do my shopping list now.
Fruit, yogurt.
Yeah. We want meat for Sunday and vegetables and Yorkshire puddings and roasties that go with it. Milk. We certainly need milk. Bread.
Hang on. Yeah.
The other Sunday vegetables.
Got them.
Can you get me another jar of coffee, please? Cold meat. Did I say cold meat?
No, yeah.
Yeah,
So
cold
how much
meat.
in your roll?
Yeah. Cheese triangles.
Hang on. Yeah.
We need tonight's tea.
Yeah.
And as you go around, Hannah, anything else you think of? Okay.
Is that it?
I think so, yeah.
Are you sure?
Well, Hannah knows what we normally buy, and I'm pretty sure that as we go around, she will ask, do we need any more of this? Do we need any more of that?
Well, you've literally only given me 10 things.
Yeah. But
So,
I've given you fruit, which is blueberries, raspberries, and oranges.
okay.
And you can, obviously cold meat is more than one thing. Cheese, cottage cheese as well.
If they've got it.
And tomato and cucumber.
Yeah.
And like I said, as you go around, Hannah knows what we normally buy. So, have you still got that screenshot of my Asda card?
Will it still be good?
Yeah.
You used it last week, didn't you?
No, it was a new one last week. Speaking of new things.
Yeah. New shoes.
Yeah. Aren't they nice?
Not as nice as you.
Ah.
I don't do that. I'm going to tighten these a bit more.
we will be back.
Eating. Oh, sweet. And now I'm alone. So that's Andy and Hannah gone off to do a food shop. Our supermarket opens at 8 a.m. On a Monday. Otherwise, they would have probably been gone before now, seeing as we do have a few 24-hour ones in our area. So, yeah, that's them off to shop. Get back before Tyler comes. There we go. Right, that's the first 100 done. Can I get this square filled in the next 20 minutes? If not, I will be very close, I think. Okay. There's only 3 colours to go in it, so let's see if I can stitch like the clappers and do it, eh? It's good to have a little challenge to yourself, isn't it? It's the thing that keeps me going. I think the best day I ever had with stitching was about 1200, no, 2200, something like that. But you know, when if you can do that kind of stitching if you're doing, well, certainly for me, if I'm stitching a lot of block colours. I don't know how come Mara gets in 3000 a day. Mind you, she does stitch fast with short lengths of thread, lots of pre-threaded needles. But she does spend an awful long time doing prep. I've noticed that. I've seen a few of her videos where she's kitting up and preparing for a new project. And it just seems like it's endless hours of prep. For me, I just keep it simple and have my master set, top it up every few months, off my cones, and just do it like that. It looks like she kits up each project. But for me now, that wouldn't work for me. Oh, excuse me. Oh, tell a lie. I'm not on my own. The cat's here. She'll be coming and yowling in a minute, even though she's been fed. She's wondering where everybody's gone, I think. Hey, I could make this, you know. Just the one colour to put in. And I've still got 10 minutes to do it. Less than 50 stitches, I think. I love stitching. Can you tell? That's better. Yeah, I think I'm going to manage to fill this one in. Just love getting focused in, cracking on. This is why I love the quiet time so much in the morning. It means that I can just fly. Alright, if I don't pull my thread out of the needle, innit? Stop that from happening again. Sounds like the cat's having a run around sesh upstairs. Cool. Right. We did manage to reach the bottom of that column with 3 minutes to spare. Okay, so 306 stitches done on this this lovely piece, and I will be heading back up here on the next one and start the next column down. So I just end this video with my usual reminders. 3 videos appearing on your screen in a moment. If you've not had a look at those, please do go take a few minutes to have a look. My schedule, as ever, is on Tuesdays I release Frost Tube. On Wednesdays and Fridays I release Stitch With Me, which alternate between chatty, alternative with music and ASMR style. And then on Sunday evenings we have our live stream, 7:30. Oh, excuse me. Stretch, 7:30 p.m. UK time. So if you can join me for that, it'd be much, much appreciated. Please don't forget that in the top right-hand corner there are links to my other videos, which include the how I start and end my threads and the parking video. And again, if you've not seen those, please do go take a few minutes and have a look. But really, all that's left to say is to say thank you all very much indeed for watching, for your time today. Do take care, happy stitching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye for now.